What's up YouTube, this is Nicholas's Figure Reviews and this is the video review for S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Specter from the Kamen Rider Ghost S.H.Figuarts line. So we have the secondary rider of the series in Figuarts form and I can't wait to review it. Alright, so for the box you can see window to let you see the figure inside. We have his rider symbol over here with the eye and the two spikes of fire, whatever you call those. You have the silhouette of the figure with that really nice neon blue filter, that color splash going along. You have his name, series, and you also have the sticker to tell you that this comes with the first run bonus, which is the 5 icons that he came with. We have Tamashii Nations and Bandai symbol, and we have the blood over here. Here's the left side. Here's the right side of the box. We have a nice picture of the figure. And on the back you see the figure in some poses and of course some of the accessories that he come with. So that's pretty much it for the box. I'll open this guy up and I'll let you guys take a closer look at the figure, so stay tuned. Alright guys, before I begin on the figure, I'll just let you guys take a closer look at the pre-order bonus that Specter comes with. Right, so he did come with 5 icons. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Cannon icon, or his little sister Gunma icon. It's a pretty small accessory, but as you can see it's pretty nicely molded for a small little accessory like this. You even have the Gunma icon tail at the back, you have the pink, and you have the paint in the middle. I'm just gonna put it back at the end over there. The second one is the straight up Specter icon. Of course you can't really see his face or the camera eye thing, but it's supposed to represent the Specter icon. You can see you have the blue paint instead of black, so this is definitely Specter's. You have the gunmetal paint all around the icon. It's pretty nicely molded. Just gonna put it there. The third one is one of his other icons. It's the Tutankhamun icon. If I'm not wrong, it's that Egyptian one, and you have that nice metallic blue all over. Next one is Nobunaga, and for this one you have all that nice metallic purple all over the icon. And the last one, which is for some reason Edison, the yellow paint, pretty clean, and instead of a blue you get a gray because this icon obviously belongs to Kamen Rider Ghost Ore Damashi. So I'm just gonna put away all the icons, take the table away. Just gonna grab that Tutankhamun icon, and yes, the figure just dropped, but ignore that. Alright, so I'm just gonna shift the camera and talk more about Specter. Ready, go, go. Alright, so here we have Specter out of the box. I'm just gonna put in a few figures for comparison. First we have, of course, Specter himself standing beside the Hasbro Star Wars Force Awakens Black Series Flame Trooper. Scales pretty well. You have Figma Honoka from Love Live. You have my Kid Bash Kamen Rider Raiga. I'm just gonna put him at the front over there, or just beside him here, and Honoka here. And lastly, we have Kamen Rider Ghost Ore Damashi himself. Just gonna put him beside so you can see the comparison between the two. Alright, putting all the other figures away, here we have Specter, looking pretty awesome. Really like his paint and all the work done on him overall. And if you do watch my previous SHF Ghost review, I did get a paint scratch on Ore Damashi's stomach, but this time I did not because I'm gonna explain later. Alright, for articulation wise, it's pretty much the same thing as Kamen Rider Ghost. You have double ball joint up on the head and the ball joint down at the neck area, so you get quite a lot of movement. And no, the jacket, I mean the hood, doesn't hinder articulation. Please play with your figure and explore it properly before you actually say something. Alright, so yeah, the jacket collar doesn't hinder articulation. It's the body itself, but you still get quite a lot of movement even with the hood on, and you still can look left and right. Stop complaining, you got the figure. Torso, you got double ball joint, and you have a lower ball joint down at the waist, so you get quite a bit of movement if you explore your figure properly. So you get quite a good tilt, as you can see there. So is the other side. You get a bit of ab crunch, you get a bit of back crunch, but you might have to kind of shift the jacket a bit. You don't get a lot of back crunch generally, but you still get a bit of decent torso movement. Alright, you have pull out shoulder joints that help the figure go up all the way, pretty much 90 degrees. You have a hinge on the shoulder, ball joint inside, bicep swivel, and it's pretty well hidden if you rotate the jacket sleeve. Double jointed elbows. You have Figuarts wrist that has hinge and rotation. You have pull down hip joints, thigh ball joints, double jointed knees, and lastly you get the 3-point rider ankles that gives you rotation, front and back, side to side, and lastly the toe hinge. So Specter is pretty much the same articulated figure that you're gonna get if you got Ghost. So you know how he is overall, but this time, since he's the secondary rider, he gets a different color scheme, and you get all that banging ass sexy metallic blue all over the figure. And of course you have that green eye in the middle, which is of course the same transparent plastic used. Alright, for the aesthetics of the figure, I think the figure came out pretty well, especially the head sculpt with the 2 horns that are removable, so you don't need to worry about breaking them if they fall out. And for the decals on the face, can I zoom in? Yes, I can. I think that's the biggest. But as you can see, the face, people say it's pretty dark, but I honestly dig it with the black decals, that black gloss finish, pretty nice. And for the Ghost driver, I think this one came out a little different than Ghost, because you can see on Ghost it's a bit more milky transparent, but this one is, the inside is slightly easier to look, so I think a bit of paint might have dropped out from the inside of this, from Specter's Ghost driver, but I'm still alright with it. And of course you still get that really impressive detail inside the Ghost driver together with the Specter icon. Alright, once again, metallic blue all over, which of course I need you guys to be careful with Specter this time, since the metallic blue is basically painted with flat silver with transparent blue. The transparent blue tend to get scratched off easily by the Ghost driver a bit. As you can see on my figure, it gets scratched off a bit too, so I applied a bit of grease so that it's more slippery, so it won't get scratched pretty easily. So yeah, do be careful of that, and also do be careful of the gauntlets, because mine had a really minor paint chip. A friend of mine had the same problem as well, but yeah, do note of that. And I think the same thing applies to the knee pads and the ankle guards and stuff. Alright, so to prevent, if most of you got the figure, you will know that when you first got the figure, you take him out and there's plastic on his torso, and the figure is pretty much really stiff. So I'm gonna teach you, I'm just gonna tell you guys what I did with mine to get all that impressive articulation that the figure actually has, because many people actually said how the jacket hinders articulation, but honestly the jacket only hinders back crunch in my opinion, because if you actually try exploring the figure, you actually get quite a bit of movement out of it. So if your figure is stiff, the first thing you're gonna do is pop off the legs of the hips, and then you put it in a cup of boiling hot water so that it will soften the plastic. And do not worry, it won't damage the toy at all. And while the plastic is still pretty soft, you pop off the figure at the joints that are really stiff, and then you apply any lubricant and stuff on the joint that creates the friction, and then you move it a bit, and then it will start to unstiffen. So, and then you keep applying more and more until it gets the movement or speed that you want. And that's what happened with mine, so that's how I got all that side to side and didn't scratch any of the paint at all. Alright, so that's pretty much how I got the movement out of my Specter. So, for accessories, he comes pretty much the same thing. Well, the standard is the hood, which is of course done with that really nice metallic blue. And to attach the hood, the first thing I'm going to do is take off the hood piece at the back, take off the tiny piece at the back of his head, and then accordion the pack together with the head. And there you have hooded Specter. Pretty cool. For hands, he comes with his default fisted hands. He comes with widespread open hands, and it has that same typical Kamen Rider spazzing fingers. He comes with accessory holding hands, and this one is specifically with his trigger finger out for holding guns, and this is in a rifle holding angle. He also comes with normal holding hands, pretty much the same ones that come with Origamashi. And this one you can also use it for icon holding hands, if any of you are into that. And lastly, he comes with his weapon, the Gun Saber. Wait, no, sorry, the Gun Hand. So yeah, he comes with his signature weapon, the Elite Rough Cut Toku version. So it's pretty much a shotgun in metallic blue with a hand. You get the idea with the index finger thing. A pretty cool accessory. I mean, it has really nice paint apps. It has that transparent piece. It has a gimmick with that pump and the fingers, so you can switch from gun mode to melee mode. The only problem with this guy is that it's a bit too big. As you can see, it stands at almost like to his neck area, and in the show it's actually slightly smaller and thinner. This guy has a really huge handle, and the figure has a hard time holding it and all that, but it's a pretty nice accessory, I'm gonna admit. And yeah, there's gimmicks like the Gun Saber, so I'm gonna give them credit to that. And to let him hold it, first of all, you're just gonna give him the normal holding hand, because yeah, he did use it as a melee weapon with the fingers out. You just gotta let the fingers out, and you'll hold it in a, well, he'll hold it like this. So in this mode, he use it to slap people, fight with people, use it as a blocking thing and stuff. But if you want him to hold it in the gun way, you're gonna use the trigger finger. I mean the hand with the trigger finger. As you can see, it's in a certain angle with the trigger finger out, and you're just gonna put it in there and all that. And of course, you're gonna flip in the fingers. And for the other hand, you're gonna either take a widespread open hand or another holding hand so that he can hold the grip or the pump. Since it's a shotgun, of course you need two hands to hold it. The only problem with the gun, of course, yeah, his gun holding hand can't really hold it that securely, and it tends to drop out really easily and stuff. So I was hoping that, it'll be smaller, but unfortunately it's big. But not complaining. That's the only problem I have. So yeah, we have Specter holding his gun hand, ready to shoot some Gunma or Ghost himself, because he's a whiny little thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess that's pretty much it of this review. I'll rate this guy pretty much 9.5 over 10. He's a pretty good figure, and I really like this representation of the second rider in the Ghost series, and I really can't wait for Specter to arrive in a few months' time. So if you enjoyed this video, do leave a like, comment, and subscribe below. Subscribing to my channel would really help my channel a lot, so I really appreciate it if you do subscribe. Alright, this is Nicholas's Figure Reviews signing out, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Peace. Spooky.